Yewo yewo, farm CEOs, welcome back. My name is Gilbert Mwale, and pretty glad as usual to be here sharing some of my thoughts. Now, take a look at this. You know, most of us I know as farm CEOs, either you're running your own business or you're working at some organization somewhere. And for those of us who have worked somewhere or you're still working, is that you remember that some of the companies where we were working had some level of hierarchy. Is that first of all you had, your general workers, and then you had uh, junior management, senior management, C-suite, and then you have you know, your your board, and then the owners up there. So this is a structure in the organization, and I believe it's usually referred to as an organogram or organizational structure. And we have relegated those things to say boring things, let's leave them at the office. But I want to say that diagram or structure is very important on your farm as a farm CEO, in the sense that you need to be able to grow your farm, because when you are starting out on your farm, you are usually alone, and you are there thinking, I need to get into farming, and I need to grow or keep the following things and the likes. So at that point, when you're doing that, you are everything in that structure, from the board, doing strategic thinking, and then from the owners, first of all, thinking about what to invest in, and then as well as also when you come down to issues to do with like the board level, where you're strategically receiving requests from the owners to you, and then you pass them on to the CEO, and then to the farm manager, the farm assistant supervisor, and then the rest of the farm. So that is like a structure. So you are all those things. You are the owner, the board, the CEO, the farm manager, the farm assistant supervisor, then probably maybe you have a caretaker. So that's you the whole entire way. Now, how you actually grow this farm is that you grow from the bottom going up. So your job is that year on year or month on month, you should be replacing yourself at the lower level positions, so that if possible, you can either end up remaining only at the position of CEO or at the position of owner. So that all these other positions should be filled up by other people who are either equal or better than you at executing in those positions. So as a farm CEO, it will be imperative that you find other players that are very good. And this is why, for example, we help you, recruiting farm assistant supervisors, because they come in somewhere to come and actually hold the productivity of the farm, while you remain doing other positions like farm manager, because they are assistant, so you are the manager, then which means you are doing most of the strategic thinking of the direction of the farm. And then also you are the accountant. You are also the human person, the human resource. Yeah, to a certain degree, you have outsourced us on that, but it is your responsibility to figure that out. And you could be the driver, or you have found a driver to do that. But you see, all these are positions that are being played. You are the marketing manager. You are all those things. So I'll get into that a little bit more after the next time. I'll try and get some time to share on that. But all these positions that are listed here, they are, because if you get into each and every one of those, there are positions inside there. For example, if you talk about human resource, is that inside there you could have the lead of the human resource, senior management. You could have just an officer who's junior management. Then you could also have a bookkeeper, and at some point you could have a full-fledged accountant. At some point you could have a full a CFO, chief financial officer. Then you can also have, under marketing, you can have the head of marketing, CMO, like first of all starting with the CMO, chief marketing officer, and then you can have head of marketing. Then you can also have, just typical digital marketing team, digital marketing person, copywriter, and several, storytelling and all those things, different positions. So all I'm trying to say here is that all these positions, if you are the one that posts about what happens at your farm on Facebook, you are in marketing. If you are the one that goes to do procurement of items, you are the one that make sure that you go and buy the necessary inputs and bring them to the farm, you are in procurement and you are the driver. So this is why I'm saying that at the beginning you are almost everything on the organogram itself. So what you want to do is that you want to grow your business on the farm going up. You fill in the smaller positions at the bottom, going up, just like that, getting yourself replaced until you remain at the highest level there. So I hope this makes sense for you. I'll share some more light on how it keeps on growing. But what you want to do is that if you're gonna have the minimum number of people on your farm, is that you remain as the farm manager, and then someone next to you is the farm assistant supervisor, and then you have got one caretaker or general worker or handy worker, whatever it is that you usually call them. So that is your three people team, on a bare minimum, depending on the number of things that you're doing on the farm. So it is you, it is the farm assistant supervisor who has got a diploma or certificate in agriculture, and then you have got a caretaker, just somebody who has experience, doesn't have to have any qualification in agriculture. That's the first bare minimum. But as the business grows, you want to introduce other people in the equation who are equally stronger, because your farm needs to have strong team members. Remember, it's vision, then your team, which is amazing, understanding your vision, and when they do that, they work on your things. Vision, team, your things. Your things could be animals, it could be poultry. In that case, could also be vegetables or crops. But vision, everybody must understand the vision. Then a great team that understands the vision, and then it works on your things down here. So please remember that. We meet again next time.